Trash bags, water bottles, packaging, you name it, plastics are everywhere. According to Statista, the production of synthetic materials has increased from 1.5 megatons in 1950 to 359 megatons in 2018. The impact of plastic waste, for example in our oceans, have gotten more and more attention over the last years. But did you know that plastics also play a big part in global warming? A group of NGOs published a study this year in February, pointing out that by 2050, the production, usage, and disposal of plastics could make up as much as 10 to 13% of the remaining global carbon budget. This budget is the amount of greenhouse gas emissions which must not be exceeded if global warming is to be contained under 1.5 degrees Celsius. But what is the concrete impact of your plastic bottles, shopping bags, and Tupperware? According to the most conservative estimates, on average, each ton of plastic is responsible for roughly 1.89 tons of CO2 equivalents. Nevertheless, this only includes the production of plastic resin, which is then manufactured into end products. But the climate impact of plastic does not end there with the production of consumer goods. We therefore also need to take a look at waste management. Despite being considered to have one of the best recycling rates in the entire world, in Germany, about 3.5 of the 5.2 megatons of post-consumer plastics are incinerated. 0.71 megatons are exported to be recycled, and 0.8 megatons are recycled locally. Each ton of plastics that is burned emits 2.9 tons of CO2 equivalents. Even considering that the incineration of plastics produces energy and could replace fossil fuel emissions in the energy production, we are left with 0.9 tons of net CO2 equivalents per ton of plastics burned. In comparison, 1 ton of recycled plastics generated an average of 1.4 tons of CO2 emissions less than newly produced plastics, already taking into account the energy consumption of the recycling process. So what can we do in order to mitigate these impacts? One of the most commonly cited strategies is reduce, reuse, recycle, which means reducing the usage of plastic products to a minimum, reusing plastic products if you cannot avoid them completely, and recycling as much of the plastic waste as possible. Impossible Plastics seeks to contribute to these steps by providing an innovative and existing new recycling technology.